Welcome home, masters and misses. My name is HidoriKuro, and welcome back to Zenless Zone Zero. Okay, quick thing. I recorded Harumasa's 18th story last night. However, I accidentally muted my mic halfway through. So part 2 and 3 of Harumasa's story, 18th story, I'm completely muted, and I was so frustrated. I wasn't sure if I should post it or not. I might just leave it on the back burner for now until like a week from now. I don't know. Today we're not going back to the epilogue just yet. I want to go ahead and do Soldier Zero Anby's 18th story first, because when we last did the epilogue, apparently DLC and Trigger showed up, and apparently it was recommended to do their story first before getting into the epilogue. Something I wish the game would have told me beforehand. So we're going to remedy that now, before we get to the end of the epilogue. So, Echoes of Silver. Let's get into Anby's story quest. 18th story, whatever.
I just got back from Waterfall Soup.
Is General Chop doing okay?
What happened? Did something come up with General Chop?
No, nothing really. It might not even be a big deal. It's just... General Chop mentioned that Soldier 11 hasn't come to eat noodles at the shop for some time now. We haven't heard from her for a while either.
Oh, that is concerning. Soldier 11 always comes to General Chop's at night to eat after her missions. If she hasn't been there for a while, something must have happened. Maybe she's on a mission.
Maybe she's been busy with something lately. You know, like a mission.
On a mission? But even then, she'd still try to reply to messages from you. That's what she did before.
True.
This is starting to worry me now. Oh, if only her squad mates were with her.
A few days ago, Trigger visited Scott Outpost. If I'm not mistaken, you're back to inquire about Soldier 11 again. When was the last time you got some set-eye? They're closed right now. Don't worry, I'm fine. And I can't rest until I've confirmed her whereabouts. Recently, she keeps getting redeployed, and I haven't been able to contact her, which is very unusual. We are colleagues after all, so I thought perhaps you might have some information. You're in luck. However, I want you to promise me something. Don't push yourself too hard, and go get a good night's sleep for her sake, if nothing else. Thanks. I'll do it for you too, Ray. I know you said that to everyone, but fine. Here goes. Someone who looks like a lot like Soldier 11 was spotted in Hollow Zero. According to the eyewitness account, she was with some armed individuals who were not Defense Force personnel. I'll send you the precise coordinates. Are you heading out now, Trigger? Enter combat. That's probably Anby that she saw, because Anby and Soldier 11 do look quite similar. Also, what does Soldier 11? What does Trigger need to be with? Attack, character, or share the same attributes. Okay.
We fighting? Take me. Touch is the one.
Is it time to clock out?
I would bring in Anby, but
Anby.
I still need to work on her skills, as her core skills, and her W engine is absolute shit right now. Compared to, so her stats right now, in terms of attack, crit rate, and crit damage, are not really good compared to Harumasa. Yeah, so I'm going to take in Harumasa for attack. And, of course, I'm bringing in Astro for support.
The stage will be mine.
Oh, I'm bringing two. Sick.
Huh? You sure you want me to join?
Okay, then just her and Harumasa then. Alright.
We've arrived at the coordinates Ray provided. She's so kind. Adjusting for wind.
Full opening.
Back. Oh yeah, Trigger does aftershock damage. Or arc field damage. If it wasn't setting up for Vivian, I'd pull for
ether
her.
fluctuations
but,
over
well.
there. Recalibrating. Target locked.
Fine. Combat
We
isn't
don't
my
know
thing.
how far we'll be going when doing that. Oh, this one. Got it. Oh, that's a lot of electricity going around.
Adjusting for wind.
There. That one was a lot more durable. Uh-oh. Trigger subdues it and captures an enemy. Don't hit me! You're from the defense force, a soldier of the people. You can't just go dishing out vigilante justice, can you? I don't need to get my hands dirty. I just need to leave you in a place where no one can find you and remove your protective gear. It'll be the corruption here that takes your life. Damn. Fine, I'll tell you everything. It's just, you're looking for that woman, right? The one wearing a military uniform like yours, with that intriguing face. The others already restrained her, and they took her away. Is that so? Thank you for your cooperation. Trigger slams the butt of her gun hard against the enemy's mask. The fake soldier's wailing doesn't save him from being forcibly put to sleep. Sending him into a peaceful oblivion was an act of mercy. Damn, Trigger, you are cold.
That's Soldier 11?
Oh, that is Soldier 11.
Take out that sniper.
I won't let you take her.
Arrows fly through.
I'll pierce right through.
God damn.
Time to pin them down.
Be careful with the tape, would you?
Show no mercy.
Get to who's doing more damage, our monster or Trigger. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this bullet will reach its mark.
Target practice.
You're in my sight. Press the advantage.
One hell of a lights, though.
Ether vision activate.
Combat isn't my thing.
And done. Amidst all the turbulence, Trigger catches sight of Soldier 11. However, something feels different. Soldier 11 is not acting like her usual self. Oh?
Soldier 11! No, damn it. You should have been no match for her. What did you do?
Ah, the blind sniper. So you actually can see.
Release her, or else you'll have my bullets to answer to.
Okay, I like how the lights on her mask shows her emotions since you can't see her eyes.
Your friend is beyond help, Sniper. There's no stopping Silver's revival.
Silver's revival. As this Trigger fires a shot, the enemy vanishes into a fissure with Soldier 11 in his arms. More enemies begin closing in, and by the time Trigger finishes dealing with them, the fissure is already closed. Damn it.
Damn you. Silver's revival. What did he mean by that?
Is he talking about Silver Squad? The squad Anby used to be part of? Excuse me. It's me. Sorry, could you help me relay a message to the captain when you have the time? Soldier 11 and I will both be using up all of our leave starting today. Oh, damn. Are you going on vacation together? Without me? I'm already racking my brain trying to figure out what I did to upset you. No, it's not like that. I know. Soldier 11. Haven't you found her yet? Yeah, please don't tell the captain about this just yet. She's already got enough on her plate. I wonder why she's keeping Soldier 11's abduction a secret, though. Are you sure you don't need my help? I appreciate the offer, but it won't be necessary. I don't want to kick the hornet's nest. After all, Soldier 11's recent frequent redeployments are also on orders from the higher-ups. Then am I the kick or the hornet's nest? I want to be the hornet's nest. That way, you'll think of me whenever you want to talk about hornets. Why would I ever talk about hornets? Never mind. There's something else, too. What, there's more? I want to know. What does Silver's revival mean? Sounds like a new Asper Yao album. So sleep-deprived that you've lost your sense of humor. Silver's revival or whatever. Want me to ask about it on Internet? You're the best. Call me as soon as you have something. I always miss hearing your sweet voice. Ah, stop it, you. Save your sweet talk for someone who actually needs it. Now, Soldier Trigger, I order you to go and get some rest. A few days later, Trigger receives a call from her companion. According to her reply, she's already reached out to the information through Internet. The contact information: a young woman on 6th Street holding a fried chicken burger. Young woman holding a fried chicken burger. I hope I can recognize the smell for a fried chicken burger. Right, because he's blind. But if someone's eating a burger, there's only one girl in mind for that. Anby.
Hello.
Is it you? The one who contacted me on Internet?
Yep.
Huh?
Oh, the burger. Sorry, I was starving, so I already finished it. Thanks for coming to meet me. Long story short, we need to stop Silver from coming back. By the way, what was your name again?
I hadn't introduced myself. I'm still unsure if I can trust you.
Oh.
Don't take it personally. I'm always cautious with people I've just met, especially someone from Internet who claims to have intel without any solid proof. But I have to admit, you do seem kind of familiar.
I wonder why.
Even though I can't see your face, you somehow remind me of a friend.
They've taken her, haven't they?
Hang on.
Even though I can't see your face, you somehow remind me of a friend. A friend who's in danger. Wait, how much do you actually know?
I'm just as clueless as you about what's happening. But you might have heard of me. I'm Anby, the former captain of Silver Company.
So, you're...
Yeah, that's me. I'm the one who died in Soldier 11's place. So you should get why I feel responsible for her.
Because Anby was instructed to kill Soldier 11, but instead she took herself out to keep Soldier 11 alive. What they didn't know is that Anby survived and was found by Nicole.
Would you understand if I say I'm still not completely convinced?
No worries. I've dealt with even more skeptical people before. Trust isn't gained on words alone. So how about we meet inside the hollow?
Inside the hollow?
I'm not the best with words. Showing you through my actions might be more convincing. You just need to see me in battle.
True, she shows actual training, the same training she and Soldier 11 went through. It might be, well, she can't see, but you get the gist. So you're that, Anby. Sorry, I can't trust you yet. Then looks like I must earn your trust. Let's meet in the hollow. Once you've seen my combat skills, you understand what I mean. Alright, it's a deal. Let's sit back and prepare. Oh, controlling Anby this time. Talk to the proxies. Gotta go see Fate then. Anby, you still haven't gone back to the cutting hairs? Have I imposed too much? Sorry, I'll help out around this out. Actually, please don't. Every time you sort videotapes, 18 has to go through and we label them. Are you and Nicole having a fight? No, I would never fight with Nicole. It's just, I got caught up in a sticky situation and I don't want to drag the cutting hairs into it. Oh, I see how it is. So dragging us into it is okay, just not them. That's not what I meant. I'll help out around the store. And I'll bring you burgers too. Anby. What? You can stay here as long as you want. If you need help, you will always be there for you. I understand. Thank you. I'd like to rest for a bit now. I have an appointment later that I need to keep. Get some rest. If Nicole comes knocking, I can stall her for a bit, but you can't keep it from her forever, you know. It's true, that's your sister. Technically. And that's chapter 1 dealt with. Now on to chapter 2. Echoes of Silver 2. A short while later. Anby, are you going out? Yeah. Is there anything you'd like me to bring back? Juice, burgers, milk, burgers, or anything? I might pass by a store on the way back from the Hollow. Up to the Hollows again, just like that. I made an arrangement with someone. Rest assured, I've already prepared the carrot. I won't need to bother you this time, Proxy. We don't need milk or burgers, we just want you to return safe and sound. Don't worry, I will. In that case, I'll be off. Surprising that we're not bringing Bell and Weiss to be our proxies for this. Then again, he doesn't want to trouble them any more than they already have. Which is a lot considering how often the cunning heroes come to them. Then again, I guess it's better not to drag them into this, considering this is focused more on her past and everything. And she wanted to keep them out of it. Now, what are you little bastards doing here? Whatever, just explode. There's Trigger. You're very punctual. Back then, we used to make soldiers who were late do push-ups. Soldier 11 is the same. As long as you've known her, she's never missed an appointment. Nor has he ever been out of contact. We'll find her, Trigger. Can I call you Trigger? Please do. I don't have any nicer sounding names. Curious. This time, leave the fighting to me. All you need to do is carefully observe my movements. Don't worry, I'll cover you when I deem it necessary. Alright?
Let me take a good look at your movements.
Got 2 different stun nations at the same time. Luckily, both can handle doing damage on their own.
Adjusting for wind.
Copy that.
It really blows up the stun gates a lot.
Unfortunately, the enemy is too weak. I won't be able to show you my full combat abilities.
So we need to find something stronger.
You don't strike me as the type of person who'd say something like that.
And is that like move slow right faster after they finish talking, please? How about that?
I see now. There's no mistaking it. You really are that Anby. A person's fighting style is a raw response in life and death situations. It can't be easily faked like a resume or some other physical token. You and Soldier 11, the way you fight and use ether, it's nearly identical.
It kind of is, isn't it?
Incredible.
We're sisters. Assuming that sisters means replicas from the same blueprint, that is.
So the rumors circulating in the military about Silver Company, they're really true?
Yep. Silver Company was pretty much made of multiple soldiers resembling Anby. Kind of like clones or something akin to that.
How
really.
much have you heard?
Only that Silver Company no longer exists. But biologically creating soldiers in mass quantities, how could that even be possible?
From what I know, besides intelligent constructs, everyone is born biologically. Delivered by storks, so they say. So, making one isn't much different from making 100.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, my jokes never really hit the mark. Sorry about that.
I think it has to do with how your voice sounds a bit monotone half the time, Anby.
No, I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I was just astonished. I never thought the military had this level of technology.
Well, it's his blessing. At least I think he's blessing. Her mask is pink, so I'm guessing that's a plus.
If they could mass produce soldiers, then why would they still...
I understand. If they could use replicas as cannon fodder, then why still risk human lives? That's what you're thinking, right?
I'm guessing the project got shut down somehow.
I was trying to say it in a more diplomatic way.
It's okay. I won't take offense. Not over this. They'd probably say the reason is because replicas are simply too expensive. While a Silver Company soldier could change the game, it costs nearly as much as training a top-tier general and paying their fees and pension for their family.
Oh.
The real cost isn't in creating the mind or body, but in replicating the subject's unique physical abilities, mental aptitude, and reflexes. And what's even more costly is that, for reasons that were not fully understood when the research was halted, these unique qualities couldn't be fully replicated in mass production. As for the inferior ones, they were deemed as disposable.
Anby, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. But there's always someone who does mean that. There's always someone with an agenda, trying to use us. Maybe that's why Silver Company fell. I won't forgive those people. Any of them. However, the downfall itself isn't entirely a bad thing. With Silver Company gone, their evil technology was lost with it.
Which is a good thing.
Or so I thought. Until now.
Right. Maybe someone might be trying to resurface it. They mentioned Silver's revival. And taking Soldier 11, they're probably going to use her as a template to recreate Silver Company again.
Silver's revival. So you're saying someone has resurrected that technology? Soldier 11's abduction seems linked to this. I have to admit, your theory has some merit, but as far as I know, all the data from that time was erased. Could it be the Defense Force? Hold on. Something doesn't add up.
What are you thinking about?
If they truly wanted to secretly revive this technology, they wouldn't need to take Soldier 11 at all. I know my squad mate. All it would take is an order from up top, and she'd put herself on the operating table without a peep.
Meaning this is being done behind the Defense Force's backs. Someone in the Defense Force might not know what's going on. Or the Defense Force itself probably doesn't know what's going on. Otherwise, this wouldn't be happening in secret, and Soldier 11 wouldn't need to be abducted in the first place.
Really? So, that's how she is now.
She's the model example of a loyal soldier. Isn't that how you remember Soldier 11?
No. I never knew a Soldier 11 in the past. Only...
Yeah, boy.
How could this be happening? There shouldn't be so many ethereals here.
I recognize this formation. We once used it to battle ethereals.
What?
It's another legacy of Silver Company. Back then, we had a brilliant sister who excelled in strategy over combat. Let's handle this. The person we're after must be behind it. TWCA Type 3.
What now?
Is that the name of that formation? Cover. Ether vision activate. My bullets are one with the wind.
There goes.
Ready.
Eliminating target.
There we go. It was still trying to stand.
This feels familiar. I don't like it.
Not one for nostalgia? I'm starting to understand you more now. You're in my sights.
Thunder!
The target's weary. Ether vision activate. Fire support ready. Pierce right through. In position. Evasive formation. Dodge.
Standing by.
Not prepared for that.
Recalibrating. The melody of combat. Fire support ready.
Thunder!
Quick shot. Sniper's creed. One shot, one kill.
They're close.
Supporting his Show no mercy.
There we go. There is another one.
Anby, what is that?
That's the old Silver Squad uniform.
Meaning that's one of her sisters. Inside a lab tucked away in a building somewhere.
As expected of Captain, her skills, they're still as sharp as ever.
Whoa. This girl definitely looks like Anby, but she seems to act different, and she has an eye patch. And a scar on the other eye.
Truly remarkable. I feel honored just being her defect. Silver Squad can't be without its captain.
This is a defect?
Ouch. Give me some meds, eh? You're the worst of any defect! I know you can't talk, but is there something wrong with your nerves, too? Be gentle!
Huh. Another defect that can't, and this one can't talk.
Seriously, I have fewer and fewer parts of my original body, and yet I feel more and more pain. I'm curious why that is. But you wouldn't understand such a complex question, would you? Because you're an idiot.
Horse?
Enough. Stop making that miserable noise. Now, about our subject. She's still alive, right? There you are. So, they call you Soldier 11 now, right? What a hideous name. But looking at you now, you do have a pretty face. Pretty and pitiful. This face is the only thing we have left in common. Aside from that, I'm nothing like you. I've lost all my limbs. I'm no longer a complete member of Silver Squad. And I need a complete body for the experiment. Which is why I need you. What? You're asking me what happened? But you should know what happened that day. It was the day you weren't there.
The day she wasn't there.
Captain Anby traded herself for you. Even with her incredible strength, she could only save one of us. But why did it have to be you? Why not me? Why not Twiggy? Tell me why! They were all dead. Heaps and heaps of corpses crushing me. When they found me, my limbs were severely corrupted. I couldn't move. I couldn't fight back. I used to be a soldier, ready to defend this city. But that day, I was... Hey, what do you think you're doing? You startled me.
You're the one that got so deep into your traumatic monologue.
Alright, fine. You're just here to remind me, right? They're here to pick up today's shipment. I'll go handle it. After that, I'll come back and tell you the rest of today's story.
Meanwhile, outside the lab, Anby and Trigger pressed their ears against the frosty steel door, listening closely for any sounds outside. For any sounds inside.
It seems Soldier 11 is being held captive here. So what's the plan?
The plan?
Shh. Let's discuss it over there.
Anby, what's the current plan? It's very simple, and don't even need a map to explain it. Infiltrate the place and rescue Soldier 11. Go on, I'm listening. That's it. That's it?! That's the whole plan? Yep, please provide support from outside. This is something I have to settle alone. If anyone can do it, it's me. Is this how Silver Squad always operates? I'm the captain, and that's how it's always been done. However, back then, there was usually a backup plan. Twiggy was always in charge of the backup plans. Twiggy, if I'm not mistaken, she's the enemy we're facing now, right? I don't know why she became like this. Her backup plans. What's her style? First, feign weakness, before turning the tables with unorthodox tactics. For her, no cost is too great to regain the upper hand. That does sound like a proper backup plan. After all, it's a plan that will only be utilized when every other option has been exhausted. I'll keep in contact with you through the headset. Don't try to be a hero, Anby. If anything happens to you, you won't be able to save Soldier 11 on your own, right? I understand. I'll be careful. I was going to try to be supportive, but since you don't need it, never mind then. Anby sneaks into the lab through an unguarded air duct. The metal ducts are freezing cold, stinging her skin.
This place is cold.
Is it like some kind of morgue, maybe? To keep their bodies fresh or something like that?
I sense the frigid air from outside. It carries a strange scent, too.
It seems that every one of these soldiers have a knack for humming.
Someone's entering. Are you hidden?
Don't worry. It's dark here, and the machines are pretty noisy. They won't detect me.
Soldier 11. Wakey, wakey. That's odd. I know I've taken quite a few samples from you and injected some meds, but you'll tough it out, won't you? Won't you?
The dual tones in her voice is really jarring.
Do you enjoy being pampered? Because you're the youngest sister? Oh, that won't do. Get up and play with me. Good. That's my girl. Now, let's continue our story. Where was I? Ah, yes. About how some kind scavengers found me without limbs. Such kind-hearted folks. They sold me. And unfortunately, my ignorant new owner couldn't see any use for a limbless worm like me. So I was sold off again. I was treated like merchandise on the black market. Sold alongside gangster stuff and modded bamboo. That's when I realized we Silver Company soldiers weren't any different from bamboo. Just made of flesh and blood. The only real distinction is we feel more pain. And that's when I met her. She bought me as a trophy girl. Cut me open and operated on me, checking my internal organs by hand. Anesthesia doesn't work on us. You know that, right? So it hurt. It hurt like hell. Then, out of the blue, she smiled at me. Looking back now, I think she must have noticed something unusual about my body.
Unusual how?
She told me that she was once a military doctor, but was discharged, and now worked as a rogue doctor. She was familiar with everything about Silver Company, and was willing to help me.
Familiar about Silver Company? That alone already sets off red flags.
So, I underwent surgery and received mechanical prosthetics. Nothing too fancy. I don't think I'll ever use them for combat, but they serve their purpose, helping me stand and do calculations. My true value lies in my memory. You see, my brain is the only thing that has remained intact. Thus, I remember everything. I remember our home and the time spent with our sisters. I remember
that as long as we fought alongside our captain, we were considered the most powerful fighting force. I remember assisting in their research and using my own 2 hands to welcome new sisters into this world. That rogue doctor used her connections to get me some incomplete research data. Using my fragmented memories combined with that data, I was able to piece things together. And now, I've nearly revived the technology of Silver Company.
Nearly, she says.
Fortunately, I've remembered. I've survived and can recall our past. And now, reforming Silver Squad is my mission. Because this is my home. Our home. So, do you like my plan, Captain Anby?
Ah, crap.
When did you notice me?
My little puppy spotted you a while ago, and I instructed her to raise the alarm.
Right, she can't speak, so you won't be able to tell us he was here.
You know, Captain, I'm actually glad you're here. I've been thinking that we need to talk.
Give her back, and then we'll talk.
If you want her, come get her yourself.
Maybe he wets out of the lab and reunites with Trigger. It's not gonna be so simple. Fuck. Not ready.
Say no more. I've got it.
Be gone!
Ether vision activate.
An opening.
Elbow.
Neutralize.
The target's weary.
They're exposed.
Time to pin them down. I'll pierce right
So,
through.
Twiggy
Recalibrating.
is trying to revive the Silver Squad, Silver Company, on her own, and needs Silver 11 to manage that. Named because he was the last one created,
Quick shot.
technically. Depending on which has the most perfect material to
Will reach its mark.
That's the Captain Anby I know. Cleaning your knives with the filthy blood of this scum suits you. Don't give me that, idiot. Now you're worried about whose side I'm on? Our side, of course.
I mean, the way you talk makes it hard to believe that.
I created you so you never saw Captain Anby in her prime. After everything I've been through, I thought I would have forgotten. But I still remember. So, have you ditched the uniform, Captain?
Twiggy.
I'd keep it as pajamas if I were you. It's nice to reminisce about the days of glory and agony, isn't it?
I never knew you were still alive, Twiggy.
Yeah, I was always the worst at fighting. But I survived. It's only natural for you not to expect that, Captain.
You're not as terrible a fighter as you think. Your sharp mind makes up for it.
Yes, you said something similar before. I'll never forget that. You persuaded them to keep me, and you encouraged me to acknowledge my true value. You're right. I am valuable. I understand that all too well now. Trash may perish easily, but not me. I'm valuable. Precious, even. There's always someone who sees value in me. Just like you did before. Sometimes I wonder if I were just an ordinary citizen in New Eridu and not part of Silver Squad, maybe I could have become a researcher at the White Star Institute, studying deep topics like 3 forms of etheric manifestation in specific hollows.
That's a bit specific.
Sure, I might be sharp, but there are different kinds of smart. Growing up in Silver Squad, I had no street smarts. Competing for profit, seeing through lies, and striving for a better life with limited resources. These I had to learn the hard way, year after year.
You've been through a lot. Is that why you're doing this now?
I don't need a reason. At least not one to convince you. The only person I've needed to convince is my backer.
Who's that?
You know better than anyone. Silver Company was an evil undertaking. That technology should never resurface.
Evil? Are you suggesting that you, I, and our sisters were all evil?
We are evil incarnate.
Damn, Anby.
So, we should all just be destroyed?
No, but we should not continue in our evil.
Oh, I see. That's very enlightening, Captain.
But something tells me you're not convinced.
We should be eating burgers, watching movies, working a job, and going on dates. Instead of being maimed, sold, tortured, and struggling to survive. You know I care for you, Captain Anby. Whatever you do, I won't hold it against you. But that doesn't mean you can stand here and say these things so lightly to my face.
You know where I am, don't you? You know where I live, what burgers I like, what movies I watch, and who I spend time with.
Fair point. The moment we mentioned burgers, I was like, are you watching her or something?
Since you know, you're welcome to visit me anytime, Twiggy. I'm your captain. I'll personally deliver the punishment you deserve, and then seek redemption with you together.
Captain.
We can still make things right before you make a greater mistake. Fortunately, I found you before things got any worse. I have so much to tell you, but maybe another time. For now, we should...
Conversation's interrupted. Anby is stunned to see a body tossed in front of her. It's Soldier 11. She's pale, but there's still signs of life in her, and she's breathing faintly.
All right, I'm returning your favorite girl. Now we're even, Anby.
Just like that. I thought it'd be a bit more complicated than that.
Twiggy?
I said we're even. From now on, you can stop acting like a captain and save this foolish talk.
Three kicks to limp below Soldier 11 on the ground. Anby quickly lifts her up and hands her the trigger.
Soldier 11! Wake up, Soldier 11! Anby, she doesn't look good. We need to get out of this hollow ASAP.
I see how it is. Twiggy, I'll be back. I won't just abandon you.
You sicken me. Like I said, just save the foolish talk. I can't stand to hear that kind of mush from someone who looks exactly like me.
It's not mush. And I hope you'll get used to it. Let's go, Trigger.
Twiggy stands and watches Anby leaves.
Hey, go contact you-know-who. Ugh, cut the
Sit.
crap! You think I don't realize I shouldn't cut the middleman and contact the client directly? But look at the mess we're in. The junk she's brought won't fix this. Our best shot is exploiting Anby's inner weakness. She's let go of her most lethal weapon, her daring and ruthless fighting style. Now she's like a hired gun with a family to feed, focused on surviving to get the paycheck. I can handle her if we exploit that. But I need to keep everything in check, or else all my efforts so far will have been...
You've been diligent, little Twiggy.
Stop calling me that!
As you know, your research is crucial. You're just like me. We're here to foster hope,
Our work is the only cause worth fighting for in this world. Of course, I understand. Sometimes, when hope is scarce, certain issues can only be resolved with sheer violence.
Just who is this guy?
The stuff I mentioned last time is ready. Send some of your people to retrieve it. It's not exactly new Eridu tech, so use it carefully.
Things are certainly coming to a head here. Anby, are you okay? It's fine. I understand if you don't feel like talking right now. How is Soldier 11's condition? The answer will only make you feel worse. She still has to regain consciousness. As she requested, I left her at the Random Play video store. The kind siblings working there are taking care of her as we speak. It's been so long, but the shop has barely changed. Now's not the time to be talking about that. Has he been at Random Play before? You must be anxious to see her. Come with me. Anby follows Trigger to the video store. Anby, you're back. Looks like whatever you got mixed up in this time is pretty serious. Anything you want to know? Soldier 11. How is her condition? Stable, is all I can say. Her body temperature, heart rate, and pulse are all remaining stable. Honestly, given her current state, that's actually quite abnormal. Moreover, she hasn't regained consciousness. Would you like to see her? Anby points to Soldier 11 and softly calls out her name. Looks like it didn't work. Anby lowers her hand sadly and prepares to leave.
What is this place?
And she's awake.
And who am I?
You're awake, Harin.
Harin?
Great, you're awake. I've been worried about you, Soldier 11.
Soldier 11? Is that my name? It sounds odd, and could easily get confused with another number like Soldier 161051. Only a fool would call herself that.
I can see you're doing much better now, but I won't let you talk about yourself like that.
Her memories seem jumbled. The injuries might be more serious than they appear. When a Silver Company replica is severely wounded, their memories are often the first thing to fail. Even me, all those years ago, there was a time when I couldn't remember anything.
Is that so? Then what about your combat skills? Were they affected?
Would the Defense Force abandon her if she couldn't fight anymore? Well, I know we wouldn't do that. Proxy.
Yeah, having one more mouth to feed won't hurt. It's nothing compared to our monthly electricity bill.
True.
Plus, our little black cat needs another playmate. He's already getting bored of us.
You know how short-handed we are, right, Charon? Oops, I mean Trigger.
Charon?
Charon?
There you go, trying to be funny again. Guess that's your unique charm, manager. Jokes aside, I can't vouch for the Defense Force, but I can promise that Obel Squad won't abandon her.
I see. Well, we know how resilient she is, so we're confident she'll bounce back.
Yep.
It seems you and Soldier 11 go way back, Anby. Could you share more about her? And maybe how we can help her recover faster? We're here to help. Are you sure it won't be too much trouble for you?
Not at all.
Don't worry. Nicole's caused a lot more trouble for us. Besides, Soldier 11 is our friend too.
I see. In that case, what she needs now is nothing too out of the ordinary.
Is it spicy noodles?
Warmth, comfort, safety, and relaxation. Also, some familiar faces, as well as her favorite foods. Ah, right. I should get her some burgers for an energy boost. I'll be right back. Not so fast, Anby. Burgers aren't exactly Soldier 11's favorite.
We gotta go see General Chop.
Oh, they're not? What does she like then?
It seems Trigger already left to get it.
You'll probably find her near Waterfall Soup. By the way, General Chop is concerned about Soldier 11 as well. Be sure to let him know that she's improving.
Yeah, don't worry. She's in good hands with us here.
Yep, nothing to worry about. Let's go to the noodle shop. Find Trigger. Get some noodles in Soldier 11. Also, her name is Harin, and Trigger's name is Charon. Interesting.
I got Soldier 11's favorite spicy noodles from that enthusiastic chef. I couldn't see if the noodles look spicy, but just the stain from the chili peppers alone is making me cry.
Yep. You won't catch me eating stuff like that. I cannot stand spicy stuff.
So, spicy noodles is her thing. I had no idea.
I wonder what's Trigger's.
Well, that's the Soldier 11 I know. She would come to 6th Street whenever she had free time. Maybe she feels more at home here than back in the barracks. She rarely talked about anything other than training, combat, and promotions. But when she did, she'd usually mention super spicy noodles, the video store owners, the arcade, and cats.
Did she ever talk about me?
You might not like the answer. Soldier 11 has never brought you up, but she seems fixated on a certain betrayal.
Certain betrayal.
Apparently, someone very important to her that she admired greatly vanished without a trace, leaving her to deal with that awful situation by herself. The person left without so much as an explanation. In the military, such actions are seen as desertion. And eventually, such deserters are marked as KIA by detached and indifferent officers.
Ah, talking about when she sacrificed herself to save Soldier 11.
Does any of that ring a bell?
I have nothing to say. Even if she resents me, she has the right to do so.
That's pretty cold, even for me. May I suggest something?
What's that?
If you want to mend things with Soldier 11, don't say anything like that to her. Trust me, don't.
But that's the truth. I have no excuses for that. I lost my memory when I left the army. Once it returned, I wanted to contact Soldier 11, so I asked Nicole to check on her. Then I learned that she was doing well, that she had joined Obel Squad, and that she's an exemplary soldier who recently got promoted. She had a new captain and new comrades, so I felt her troubled past in Silver Squad might only weigh her down. I had no reason to show up again. Trigger,
What?
tell me, if you were me, you would have made the same call, right?
If I were you... Yes, I might have.
That's what I thought. So, even if she hates me, I deserve it.
But I'm not you, Anby. That's the point. If I were in your shoes, I would let Soldier 11 know she was never betrayed or abandoned. I'd let her know that her comrades would search to the ends of the earth for her, and that they'd never forget her.
Trigger. You're really amazing.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It must be nice to have you as a comrade.
I'm not so sure about that. But we have more pressing matters to discuss now.
Right.
What are you planning to do next?
You need to stop whatever Twiggy is planning to try to conjure up Silver's revival.
I'm heading back into the Hollow to put an end to everything with Twiggy. That evil tech must never resurface again. But before that, I want to apologize to Soldier 11.
Apologize? But given the current state of her memory, she might not remember it afterward.
That's the idea.
Wait, really?
Really?
Yeah, that's the best choice for my cowardly side.
Seems like it's really weighing on your mind. All right, if there's anything I can do, just say the word.
In that case, I need you to prove something to me.
Prove something? Like what?
Prove that you can take good care of Soldier 11. That's the only way I can hand her over to her new comrades without worrying.
Alleviating all your worries might not be a good thing either. I understand. I'll prove that I can take care of her. Now then, let's head back. After all, we don't want to show up with a bowl of soggy noodles for our patient.
You got that right. Looks like I've been causing a lot of trouble for you. That's right. So we're billing it all on the Cunning Hair's account. No! Oh? As of right now, I am not Anby of the Cunning Hairs. But you walk, talk, and look like Anby of the Cunning Hairs, so you must be Anby of the Cunning Hairs. Whoa. How can we possibly keep teasing you when you're making a face like that? Jeez, look at you. You're absolutely exhausted. What you need most right now is some sleep. How about it? Want to sleep in my bed? It's really soft, you know. It is objectively very soft. Anby, I also think it's best if you get some rest now. Tomorrow. Worry about tomorrow's problems tomorrow. That's what we do when we receive an enormous electric bill. Anyway. Or maybe you're not ready to sleep just yet. If you'd rather watch a movie to relax, I don't mind keeping you company. Any new arrivals worth watching recently? Wow, didn't think you'd actually be up for it. Still, I'm just glad you have the energy. After all, I won't be able to finish what's coming next if I don't pull myself together. Oh? What is it? Is it a fight? Pretty much. It's a date. A date?! Good night. Why you phrase it like that? Now the two of them gonna be wondering what the heck's going on. Alright, time to the third chapter. We need either an ice for this. Why? I didn't see Soldier 11 or Trigger in the store. Do you know where they went? Though, they didn't tell me where they're headed. They're probably out on a date together, right? A date. Why didn't they take me along with them? Why should they have to bring you along? Based on my experience, the optimal number of people for a date is no more than 2. Trigger wants to prove to me that she can take care of Soldier 11. If I'm not present, how can she prove it to me? Maybe she just wants to go on a normal date and cheer Soldier 11 up. Not to mention, Soldier 11 really is one tough cookie. Didn't she get seriously injured? Is it really okay for her to be running around outside like this? Being able to use all her energy to prioritize stabilizing vital signs, retaining maximum combat effectiveness, that is the most basic requirement of a qualified Silver Company soldier. Anby. What? You do know that someday you'll have to tell us the whole story, right? Yeah, you can't leave them in the dark for long. Whether you want to involve us or not, Bill and I are part of this, and we have the right to know. Can I refuse? I know that once I tell you the truth, you two definitely won't leave me alone. It's like a blockbuster movie. No matter how complete the original story is, they'll always find a way to make a terrible sequel. It's true! I just don't want to see that sequel. And that's a hard metaphor to follow. But there are really some really good sequels out there too. That is also true. Yeah, and sometimes the second film is terrible, but the third one turns out to be surprisingly great. Also true. We won't force you. We just hope you know that you're never alone. Weiss is right. Besides, isn't this exactly what friends are for? I remember the first time I met you, Anby, and you were even more naive back then than you are now. But even then, I already had a feeling that we would become partners with a bond of trust and share moments that could never be replaced together. Yes, thanks for that reminder. Compared to who I was back then, I should have made some progress by now. Please help me contact Nicole and everyone at the Cunning Hairs, you too. Whoa, is this your runaway saga finally over? I have something I want to say to them before it all ends. Belle? Why is he giggling like that? Boom! Called it, Weiss. Towards Anby with contact Cunning Hairs. Come on, time to cough up my 5,000 dennies. You actually got it right, Belle. And there I was, thinking it was premature to just go ahead and contact Nicole and the others like that. So you two already contacted everyone at the Cunning Hairs before I asked. Nope, that was all, Belle. Nicole, Billy, and Nekomata should have arrived at 6th Street by now. Bill and I still have to open up the shop. Do you mind if we don't go looking for them with you? I won't get lost. Thank you so much. Really. I truly am grateful. Alright, let's go see the others. There she is.
Nicole,
Well, look who decided to come back.
I'm sorry for leaving without saying anything. You can punish me however you see fit, Nicole.
What's the use in punishing you? If anything, I'd prefer some compensation. So, how do you plan to make it up to me?
Here we go.
I'm waiting.
I'll give up my favorite burger. From now on, I'll eat noodles every day.
Hey, that's more like compensating General Chop than me.
A little bit.
That won't cut it, huh? Then I won't try to squeeze in between you and Nekomata when we watch movies.
Come on. Nekomata's usually the one who's squeezing in between you and me. Show me some sincerity here.
I see. Okay. I'll forfeit my paychecks from now on.
Oh?
Yes, and I'll persuade Billy to give up his pay too. Is that good enough for you?
Why can't I drag Billy into this?
Wait a sec. Are you trying to tarnish our reputation as an honest business?
It was honest before.
Forget it. You owe me big. I'll tell you what I need from you later.
Nicole.
Fine. Forget it. Just spare me that pitiful look. Listen, Anby. It doesn't matter who you were or what mess you've gotten into. The cutting hairs doesn't need to be a burden to you. We don't need you to shield us, and we won't intrude when you need space. You're not the only one here with a troubled past. I just wish you'd trust me more. Otherwise, I feel like I'm a total failure.
Sorry. I won't try to justify what I did. I shouldn't have run off on my own. Once this is over, I'll answer all your questions. No more hiding anything.
That's my good girl. You're a terrible liar, you know.
I know. By the way, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, you finally need me?
Nicole.
Yeah. There's a woman who looks like me. She wears a Defense Force uniform and goggles. I think she should be pretty easy to spot. Can you help me locate her?
Piece of cake. On average, finding a cat takes us 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds. Finding a person is way easier.
Why did it take you that long to find a cat?
I'll contact some of my sources. I'll let you know as soon as I get any information.
Now I go see Billy. You wouldn't think a Whooper would be so into coffee, but he is. Anby, it's so good to finally see you. I was this close to mentally preparing myself to lose you. This close! I apologize for leaving without saying goodbye. I'm truly sorry. I won't let you lose me. Well, I'll do my best. How have you all been lately? Nicole's been ranting about you every day. Actually, she's known that you've been crashing with the proxies this whole time. We just thought that busting in to take you away would defeat the purpose. So, when you took the initiative to contact her, no matter how angry she seemed, deep down, she was probably really relieved. As for Nekomata, and don't be startled, she's been genuinely really worried about you. Really? Nekomata? That's surprising. Nekomata was worried about me. You may not have been able to see it, but our little Nekomata has been quite restless indeed. Even though we know neither proxies were taking care of you, we also knew you seemed to be mixed up in something heavy. And she understands better than almost anyone just how wrong the idea of just solving the problem with your own strength is. Just yesterday, Nekomata was muttering to herself, if only I had paid more attention to her. She cares about me. Yeah, she even has a gift for you. She said that she wants to give it to you once she sees you again. She has a gift. For me. If it wasn't obvious, Anby and Nekomata kind of have a bit of a rivalry. You look pretty shocked. To be honest, so am I. Really, I can't help but marvel at how amazing the friendships between girls can be. Maybe I should watch a few more flicks about girl bonds or something like that. Oh, right. When you see Nakamata, make sure you don't tell her I said any of that. Otherwise, she'll definitely scratch up my paint job with her claws, just like a ball of steel wool on a non-stick pan. That's quite the analogy. And we promise me. Please say that you'll promise me. God, I hope we get an S rank really soon.
Who's there? Anby! It's you!
Long time no see.
It's been a while. I bet it must have been nice not having me around for a bit.
Yeah, definitely. It was pretty nice to not have to compete for space to lay in Nicole's lap for a change.
Humans have 2 legs, so 2 people can lay on their lap. At least, that's what I heard in a movie once.
That's our boring burger girl. You only sound cool when you're quoting movie lines. Alright, to help make you more interesting, Nakamata has a special gift for you. Here you go.
An Anby doll? A doll meticulously crafted by Nakamata, looking somewhat similar to Anby. Why is it top heavy? To simulate how someone often dives headfirst into the halum, yeah?
Oh, a doll. Is it supposed to be me? With this rough stitching, I'm guessing you sewed it yourself? This is too much, Nakamata. I can't accept this.
Nah, stop being dramatic. I got a doll making kit and was gonna make one that looks like Nicole.
I'm pretty sure that would've took a lot of work.
But it turned out super ugly. With a big head and tiny little body. It didn't look anything like Nicole. So I altered it a bit and, wow, it somehow looked just like our Anby.
But I don't look like this.
No, it's exactly like you. It's like your little twin. Go on, take it. Keep it with you all the time. And don't let it out of your sight.
You want me to carry it and never let it out of my sight? Oh, wait, you didn't stash some sort of contraband inside it, did you? Are you trying to get PubSec to arrest me?
Yeah? Just because I'm a street cat doesn't mean you should be prejudiced like that. There's no contraband in the doll. I swear on Nicole's lap.
Why are you bringing Nicole into this?
All right, I'll trust you. Let me do something for you in return. How about some mackerel noodles?
Ooh, Lady Nakamata appreciates your rare treat. But not now.
Not now? But the noodle shop is close by.
Once things settle and you're safe, you can treat me to those mackerel noodles.
It all somehow feels heavier in Anby's hands. Anby lowers her head as Nakamata grins. Anby, I just received some information. The person you're looking for is at Luminous Square. There was another woman besides her, and the 2 were walking toward the riverside. I see. Nicole, thank you. Quick, tell me I'm the best. Nicole, you're the best. Good girl. Now go have fun and remember to come home afterward. Alright, I'm going to Luminous Square. They really push that found family trope with the cunning hairs, don't they? I like it. There they are, at the park. Or playground, whatever this is.
So, here you are.
Sorry, Anby. I snuck out with her.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you speaking to me? You seem familiar. Like I've seen you somewhere before. But I can't quite remember.
I'm Anby. Does that name ring a bell?
No. I don't recall anyone named Anby. Sorry. Maybe we knew each other, but this person named Trigger told me that my memory's off right now. I'll get better. And maybe then I'll remember something about you.
Oh boy.
I see. Where did you and Trigger go today?
We tried some food called noodles. They were this amazing, fiery red color. It was delicious. Then we pet some creatures called cats. They were different than I expected. Surprisingly soft. We went to an arcade, did some shopping, drank some tea milk, and even opened surprise boxes. Then we went to a dim, noisy place and watched a movie. I think that's what they called it.
Wow, that certainly was a date.
During the movie, someone took advantage of the dark environment to attempt a theft. Fortunately, I still remembered some basic combat skills, so I managed to subdue the thief and turn them over to public security.
Nice work.
The public security office isn't far from here. After we wrapped up there, Trigger suggested we watch the sunset by the river.
You sure know how to plan a date, Trigger.
Yep.
The video store manager taught me all this. I'm just a good student. Anyway, I think I did a good job. Right, Soldier 11?
Yes. I had a great time. Still, I can tell my body isn't really used to relaxing. I can always feel an urge to do some push-ups or some other exercise.
That's our model soldier for ya. So, Anby, can you relax now? Soldier 11 is important to me. I don't ever want to lose another squad mate, so I promise to look after her. You can focus on the matters at hand now. Once everything's settled, if you choose to face her, I'll be there to vouch for everything you've done for her. And if you prefer to stay out of it, no pressure. I understand the weight of your history with Silver Company. It's like a heavy chain around you both.
That's putting it mildly, honestly.
I'll break that chain.
I have faith in you.
Thanks, Trigger. In that case, please keep this for me while I'm away.
What's this? A doll? It looks a little familiar.
It's very cute.
Soldier looks confused, but still takes the doll and hugs it tightly. So tight that it almost bursts. Careful!
Please, keep it safe until I come back. Right now, it's my most cherished possession.
Don't worry. If it means that much to you, we'll be sure to keep it safe.
Thanks.
It gets chilly by the river at night. Let's head back to the video store and get something warm to wear.
It's time to head back now. Be sure not to catch a cold. Yeah, let's head back to 6th Street. You're finally back, Anby. Looks like you all had a great time. Have you had dinner yet? If not, I still have some leftover carrot chips here. You can have as many as you want. I already ate. I had 2 hamburgers. Where do you put that away, girl? Seriously. Really? Won't eating 2 burgers before bed make you gain weight? No, I'll burn it all off overnight. If you want to drag someone to join you for a night run, take Weiss. He'll totally be psyched for it. Would he, though? Anby, you're back. Trigger and Soldier 11 are getting ready to call it a night. If there's anything else you need to do, you should probably turn in early today, too. Okay. Thank you, Weiss. Thank you and Belle for all you've done. For the Hairs and me. I actually have a place I can stay other than the Cunning Hairs. It is a miracle that the Anby of the past would never have dared to imagine. Anby, what prompted you to say all this? Did you watch some kind of weird movie today? It just suddenly felt like saying it. Sounds fishy to me. Not at all. Good night, Weiss.
I remember you from earlier today. Amba Tazinia.
What?
It's Anby. Just Anby.
How did you get a long name like that?
Sorry. It seems my memory still hasn't recovered yet. It's frustrating not knowing what I've forgotten.
I can help with that.
You can help?
I can tell you what you've forgotten, Harin.
Harin. Is that my name?
It was your name before you were Soldier 11. The name I knew you by. Back then, we used to find nice-sounding words to call each other. The higher-ups were aware, but didn't intervene.
I don't like that name. It sounds too weak for me.
Yes, you've said the same thing before.
So what exactly is this Silver Squad? And who decides who's qualified or not? There's a lot I don't understand. If it's connected to my past, then please tell me everything.
Sure, I'll explain it all. Just allow me to do one thing.
Huh. One thing? What's that?
Allow me to apologize to you.
Anby recounts everything about Silver Squad, from its creation to its downfall. Probably a lot to explain to her, no doubt.
There were many things I didn't understand then, and still don't understand even now. All I know is that we were used as pawns in a power struggle within the army. And, in the end, they chose to keep only one replica.
And that was you, Anna? As you said, you were considered the top performer.
Not Anna, Anby. Oh, God.
I'm
Lord.
not Anna. That's someone else. But yes, I was selected. They devised an operation. A suicide mission. No one was expected to return alive. My name wasn't on the list for deployment. But the night before, you went too hard in training and got injured. So I took your place.
Did you survive the mission?
Take a guess. I saw my squad mates buried in the rubble. The memories are all a little foggy, even to this day. I'm not sure how I survived, or how I was able to stand before the senior officers.
How could they issue such a ruthless order? Sending their own soldiers to die? We're living, breathing human beings.
That's the point, Harin. Are we humans? I assume you can also issue combat orders now. When you send a squad of explosive bamboo into the enemy base, do you consider their well-being?
But Bangbu aren't humans. I don't have to consider that.
Damn.
That's what they said too. Replicas aren't humans. So, they ordered Silver Squad to their deaths. But since you are still a survivor, they ordered me to execute you.
But instead, you executed yourself.
Did you go through with it?
What do you think?
It appears you didn't. But if it were me...
Would you have followed their orders?
No. I would have executed the officers who issued that suicide mission.
I fled. I offered to exchange my life for yours. And then... fled. I didn't trust them. So disappearing seemed like the only feasible option. I knew that once I was gone, they wouldn't harm you, because you were their only asset. Seems like I made the right call. At least I got to see you again. I've had a good life, but it took me a long time to figure out who to hate. If I were to hate everyone who hurt us, that would be too much. I couldn't live carrying so much hatred. It's impossible. And Nicole told me that I shouldn't hate myself. So, eventually, I realized that all the suffering stemmed from the Silver Company tech, and the fact that we replicas were not seen as humans. According to a movie Wise loaned me from the store, this is referred to as an ethical dilemma. Life shouldn't be engineered. Only then did it dawn on me that many people were already aware of this issue. There are a lot of smart people out there. So, I'm sorry, Harin.
Why apologize? According to everything you just told me, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm crying. Why am I crying?
It's all my fault. I was the captain of our squad and responsible for everyone, but I let you all down. I wasn't wise or strong enough, and I was a coward. If I weren't a coward, I wouldn't have waited until this moment to apologize. I'm only willing to share this now because I know you'll forget everything soon.
Forget everything? But that's impossible. Why?
Silver Squad soldiers who are critically injured have their recent memories wiped within 24 hours. Yours is about to reset.
Oh, damn. So Anby needed to get this out of the way before that happened.
I can't keep avoiding this, Harin. I have to face our old squad mate. I don't know what other cards she has up her sleeves, and I can't guarantee anything. I can only try my best. I might survive, but if the worst comes to pass, I don't want you to bear the weight of my death. So, just forget this conversation, and have a good night's sleep.
No, Anby. You're being selfish. I don't accept your apology. I don't!
It's almost midnight.
Anby.
Anby closes her eyes and her forehead continues to her forehead touches Soldier 11's. Soldier 11's fingers tighten their grip on Anby, digging into her skin. Suddenly, Soldier 11's grip loosens. Her expression turns blank.
What is this place? What am I doing here? Who am I?
Your name is Soldier 11. Good night.
Oh, why did they gotta keep hitting me with these feels in this game? Oh. Fuck's sake, that's her sister, damn it.
Sorry. I must have been talking too loud just now and woke you up.
Anby, what are you planning to do?
Right.
What do you mean?
Come on, don't hold out on us. Are you sneaking out on some super dangerous business?
Yes.
There's actually something I need to take care of. No need to worry about me. I'll be fine.
Don't try playing cute with us. Didn't I tell you before? We have a right to know about whatever it is you're involved with this time.
Plus, Anby, if you've really been working on yourself like you said, then you should learn how to ask for help. This thing you're facing, you might not be able to handle it yourself, right?
And you need some reliable proxies to help you out, right?
Even if that were the case, it's still my responsibility, and mine alone. At least, that's what I planned on saying.
Oh?
But the lone wolf in the movies never gets a happy ending. And even if they win, they'll end up losing their home, their pet cat, their daughter, or their lover. I don't want to lose anything, or anyone important to me, Proxy. So, please, help me. Take me back in that hollow, and help me smash up that weird lab, so I can get some closure with my former family.
Wise and I have been waiting for you to say that.
Yep.
Is that your strategy then? Getting us to help you out for free?
You don't have to do it for free. Just tack it onto the Cunning Hair's tab. I'll be back to settle the bill once this is all over. But right now, I've got someplace to be.
Don't go running off into any hollows alone, you hear?
I won't. Don't worry. I want you to be the first one, Proxy. The first to witness my resolve.
Anby, are you about to head out? Yep. Let's get this over and done with. In the Cunning Hair's temporary base.
Long time no see. Replica number 0. Silver Squad. Captain. I thought I'd never see you again.
Soldier Zero's back.
Anby, you look like a character straight out of a movie right now.
It does. Oh, the fit's nice.
I never thought I'd be back in this uniform.
Your fighting style seems to have changed.
Yep.
is so reliable, Anby.
The past me was reliable too.
Yep.
That's true. Be careful.
Orders received.
I start talking like a soldier now.
That needs to be destroyed.
Taking all these supplies here, because we're going into this
I
fight
never
alone.
expected to one day be the one guiding you, Proxy.
There's Twiggy and A. Alright.
I'm heartbroken, Anby. Here I was, thinking this was a family matter between sisters. But you've gone and brought in outside help.
You're no match for me, whether I bring help or not. Twiggy, Silver Squad is gone. You will never be able to rebuild it. We both know how difficult it is to create a Silver Soldier capable of engaging in combat operations.
What if I didn't need to?
What?
Didn't need to. What?
There's one thing you're wrong about. I've already done it. I've achieved the conditions for rebuilding my very own Silver Squad.
Oh no. Oh, okay, that's concerningly terrifying.
This is so weird. These Ambys. No, these people. None of them seem to have any fighting abilities.
Weird. These people don't look like soldiers to me.
Twiggy, what have you done?
What do you think I've done? I've done something that can stop my organs from being harvested. That can put me in touch with the big shots at Tops. That can help fund my research.
Keeps going back to Tops. What the hell is Tops? All these freaking bigwigs and... oh god. Suddenly, in the frigid lab, you catch a glimpse of something emerging from the recesses of your memory.
No, that's impossible. They're harvesting and selling their organs.
Oh, so that's where the organ trafficking comes into play.
You created all these sisters of ours just to harvest them like animals?
I just used them to exchange for a few necessary resources to reform Silver Squad. I needed a family, really. That's all.
This is a genuinely terrifying sight, to be honest.
You said it yourself. These sisters of ours, right? We are sisters. And we are family. So if we're family, why don't you feel the same pain as me? It's a real shame, you know. Neither Harry nor I were perfect enough. No matter how hard I try, all I can make are defects. Good for nothing but a supply of organs. But it's not like there hasn't been any progress. I haven't even told anyone about this yet. But just earlier, I managed to make some improvements to the technology, which will stabilize control of the cloning process. Once that's in place, the cost of producing a competent soldier will be at an all-time low. We'll have achieved just what the initial project report said. The magic of producing an army out of sugar and air.
That sounds terrifying, to be honest.
Anby. Captain Anby. As things stand, there's still a chance for us to work together. You are the final piece of the puzzle. We can produce a steady supply of true soldiers, so long as you cooperate. We'll keep everything under wraps until we build a huge army of our own. Just think what such an army could do. nobody would ever dare humiliate us again. Our Silver Squad could crush New Eridu to smithereens. And you would be its commander.
And why would she ever do that?
Me? I'm fine with whatever. Put me to death if you like. I deserve it for killing all those sisters of ours. Whatever you want. Captain, do you want to come home?
This is not my home. I feel disgusted. I'm sorry, Twiggy. But now I wish you had died back in the Hollow.
Damn.
I know. I feel the same way about myself. Disgusted. Get out of here!
A vial of medicine appears in Twiggy's hand as he injects half of the liquid into her arm. Girl A suddenly snatches the needle away and injects the remaining liquid into her own arm.
What are you doing, idiot? You absolute idiot! Are you insane? You're just a defect. Your body won't be able to handle it. You'll make everyone.
I want to protect you. Protect all of you.
Plus he can talk.
Thank you for letting me be born. I will never let you be lonely.
A strange scene transpires. The helpless replicas are torn apart and absorbed by the two massive monstrous shadows. Moments later, a familiar figure appears before these terrifying enemies. Well then! We're gonna have to put them down, aren't we?
You.
Soldier 11.
Why did you come?
I haven't forgotten the art of combat. Silver Company formation. TWAN, Anti-Ethereal Mark II. The current you feels really familiar.
I never expected to be able to face you like this.
Okay. These all just be like fighting the twin marionettes, or twin dancers, whatever they're called. Trust me, fighting those things is annoying. Really not doing much of anything.
Show no mercy, even if our opponent is Twiggy.
Fire's ready. That's my line.
I shouldn't miss this feeling.
Be ready. At least, you shouldn't miss it too often.
Soldier 11, he won't back down. The final blow.
That's one.
I won't let you have it.
Don't push yourself. Understood?
Oh, now they're doing some stuff.
Affirmative. Why did I subconsciously...
Probably best not to think about it too much. Okay, didn't expect that second attack to come in.
Stay focused.
I wasn't expecting that either. There. Damn!
Captain Hein, did I fail the combat test again? I told you I'm not good at fighting. But as long as Captain's here, I'll be okay. Right?
You. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be with Trigger?
Good question.
Trigger was the one who covered for me, so I could come here. She's probably still dealing with the enemies that we met on the way here.
Alice is here too.
You shouldn't be here. You weren't supposed to remember anything.
Anby. Turns out you're not a traitor at all. You're a coward. I'd still be completely in the dark if it weren't for that funny-looking doll.
Oh, right. We left the doll with her.
Huh? You mean there's something wrong with the doll that Nekomata gave me?
There was a camera stuffed inside its head. It recorded your whole confession to me before its battery died.
Very funny, Nekomata.
I didn't understand everything, but I knew enough to take action. Seeing as we're sisters, I couldn't let you take this risk alone. And I knew that you didn't betray us. I liked that feeling. It was enough to help me believe in many things again.
Proxy, her condition is extremely unstable. Please, get her out of here as fast as you can. Sure thing. As for what comes next, you gotta do that alone, right, Anby?
Anby walks toward the laboratory building. There's a deathly silence here, as though everything that had happened was just a nightmare.
This tech has to be destroyed. Thank you for letting me be born. Anby? What's on your mind? Proxy, you're still here? Don't worry. Soldier 11 is safe with Trigger. You can trust her. Opal Squad can take over from here now that everything's done. She'll be okay. Really? That's great. What a dilemma. Should you destroy the Silver Company tech, or not?
I say yes.
Is it that obvious? I thought I'd made up my mind to never let this kind of evil happen again.
Don't compromise now.
In my opinion, you've judged things correctly here. Unethical tech like this will only lead to more suffering. Wasn't that the reason why you put so much effort into this? To stop that kind of pain?
You're right. I nearly caved there. What would I do without you? Thanks, Proxy. Well, time for this Proxy to clock out for the day. We'll be waiting for you at the video store. Stop by soon, Anby.
The proxy ends the comms. The deathly silence returns.
I've made up my mind.
Oh, everyone's here. Anby, welcome back. The Cunning Hairs are here to pick you up, and Trigger hasn't left yet either. I think they all want to talk to you, and make sure that you're safe and sound. Do you want to chat with them first? Yeah, talk sounds nice. Otherwise, now I'll be waiting for you right here. Those clothes, they bring back memories, Anby. I was wearing this when you found me. I didn't even realize how much time had just gone by. It's impressive that you can still fit into your old clothes. I definitely can't wear any of my wardrobe from back then. Yeah, I agree. Where did that come from? And where are you looking? Anby, I'm not. You're still an awful liar. You gave me that doll to monitor me. You sure discovered that quickly. I had been hoping to snatch it back first. I suppose I do have that thing too, though. That thing? What thing? Something like... What was it again? Oh, the right to privacy. I don't know about things like that. I was just thinking that if a dummy girl like you disappears without a word again, then Nicole will be worried about you. You'll make Nicole super worried. Worried to death. Sorry, I won't do it again. Pinky promise? Yeah, make Nicole worried, not a certain cat. Excuse me, cutie. Have you seen my friend Anby? I am Anby. You are my colleague, Billy Kid. I am really Anby, and I can prove it to you. I remember all the things we went through together. Don't give me that blessed look. I'm just joking around. Is this what you used to wear before you joined the Cunning Hairs? Not bad. It really suits you. Maybe we should switch back to my old threads too. Please do. I want to see what you looked like before you got into new area. I want to see outer rank Billy. Come on, man. Has that Soldier 11 been picked up already? Don't worry. I promise you. I will take good care of her. Letting her into the hollow in such an unstable state doesn't seem like taking good care of her. It's not about letting her, but accompanying her. Everyone has things they're committed to, don't they? I won't stop Soldier 11 from seeing this through, but I can make sure she's not alone. Oh, so that's how you see it. And are you sure this won't cause any problems for Soldier 11 with the military? The military's factional struggles never cease, and fortunately, ancient history like Silver Company isn't the focus. After returning, Soldier 11 will undoubtedly receive more professional care than she would lying on the sofa in a video store. Sounds complicated. I knew it wasn't cut out for the military. Don't be too down. I don't think I know any more than 3 people who are so suited to being in the military. Including yourself? Absolutely not. That's everyone. Anby, you really do move fast. I'm so happy seeing you smile again. Especially considering everything that's happened. Because I've already made a choice I won't regret. I think. Then we can rest easy for now. Foxy and Belle. I know just expressing my gratitude with words alone is not enough. I hope that someday I get a chance to help you too. And then, I'll give her my best, just like today. Wow, now that's something we can look forward to. We'll remember it. Next time we find ourselves in a sticky situation, we'll commandeer Anby of the Cunning Hairs with extreme prejudice. Please be sure to do so. I'll be standing by at all times, awaiting your summons. Afterwards, it seems as though a long time passed before. Hey Weiss, guess who I just ran into on the street? Beats me. You're never going to try, huh? Okay then. I actually ran into Anby and Trigger eating burgers together. Really? They're really close. I thought so too, so I went over to say hi and catch up with them. How have they been recently? It might be faster you just ask them directly. They're asking me why they hadn't seen you around yet. They're right by 141 right now. Do you want to talk to them? By 141, huh? Alright. Yep, here they are. And Anby's back in her regular clothes.
Oh, fried chicken burgers are classic for a reason.
Soldier 11's going to grill me about eating junk food again if I go back smelling like burgers.
Burgers don't have a smell. Even if they did, they would dissipate quickly, and she'd never know.
True.
No, there's a smell, right?
There is a smell. I know. I eat burgers quite a lot myself. That's right.
I always thought the smell of burgers would linger, especially if they're fried chicken burgers.
What are fried chicken burgers and where can I get one? That's my question. Because I want to try that.
That's not true. Proxy, when did you get here?
Just now. How's Soldier 11 doing?
I just got here. I heard you mention Soldier 11. Is she doing better? After all, the last time I saw her, she was in pretty rough condition.
Thanks. Soldier 11 would be really happy to know that you care so much about her. She's made a full recovery. She's completely regained the same training intensity as before her injury. At least with her body, I mean.
Only her body?
So her body's recovered, but her memory is still affected?
Not quite. I asked Anby out today to chat with her about what's going on with Soldier 11. Her memory has basically reverted to how it was before the injury. She might occasionally get someone's name wrong, but she doesn't mistake her own identity, and her short-term memory is persisting through to the next day.
She's made a recovery. That's great.
It's still too early to say. She seems to have completely blanked out what happened during the incident, including the time she spent with you, Anby.
Like I said, that's great.
You still feel the same way now? She still believes that she was betrayed and abandoned. She still hates that traitor Anby.
That's wonderful.
Is it though?
Wonderful.
Hudion's a way stronger person than me. Strong enough to keep living with hatred. That's powerful. I don't know what to say. All I know for sure is the target of her hatred is me. And that's good. We won't be meeting again. So, I won't get killed by her, or vice versa. But once she turns her hatred towards something, or someone else, things will get dangerous. Hudion is so pure. She's like an unalloyed metal that combusts even in water. The last thing I ever want to see is her getting hurt by her own flames.
I didn't realize you put that much thought into it.
I was just thinking about it while watching some similar movies lately.
Of course.
There are movies like that?
Yeah. Wanna watch it with me next time, Trigger? We can watch it at the video store.
We'll have it ready for you.
Sure. Stop by anytime.
Thank you, Manager. You're very kind. Even I'd blush when people are nice to me like this.
I think you're really kind too, Trigger. So, are you all still down for burgers? It's on me today. Come on, you can get whatever you like.
Wise, if you're all done chatting, why don't we head on back? Good idea. Ethan's story completed. Well, that was something else. I'm glad Anby got the closure she needed, and it's nice to see some more backstory on not only her, but also Soldier 11 as well as the whole Silver Company. So this is where the whole organ trafficking thing was taking place too, or a part of it. And it seems we might get some more on that, probably in the epilogue, whenever we finish it eventually. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll get back to the next time. We are definitely getting back to the epilogue. Hopefully we'll be finishing it. If not, there'll be another video out for it. And as always, please do leave a like and subscribe. It helps out the channel and helps out me and keeps you up to date from more episodes from me here at House Odyssey. And until next time, Masters and Misses, we hope to see you again soon.